Live from Tom Winicki Gym on the Father Gordon campus at DePaul College Prep, this is Lane Tech basketball. With only 15 days left until Christmas, the champion team wants only one thing from Santa today, a second straight victory over the DePaul Rams and a fourth straight December victory. Lane Tech, riding a 3-game winning streak, is looking to continue the suffocating defense and balanced scoring that has been their trademark the first part of December. On Thursday, they spotted Latin a 9-0 lead out of the gates before finishing the first half on a 23-3 run and cruising to victory. High atop the bleachers, it is match day 9 for Lane Tech. The champions warmed up for today's game by walking over to DePaul, hoping to heat up this historic building by beating a neighborhood rival for the second year in a row. It won't be easy. DePaul doesn't rebuild as much as they reload, and they are off to a fast 6-2 start this season, including winning their last 3 games, averaging 62 points while allowing only 44. Tony McHale reporting with Chuck Yulee providing insight on the action on the hardwood. We are coming to you on the Lane Tech Athletics YouTube channel with this afternoon's action between your Lane Tech champions and the DePaul College Prep Rams. Chuck, happy Saturday.
Happy to you as well.
Did you get all your shopping done today?
A little bit.
Okay. As long as you got Janet's present, it'll be okay. Something has to give today. Both teams come in on 3-game winning streaks. What does Lane need to do this afternoon to walk back to Lane with a victory?
Well, they need to keep up the tenacious defense, the solid rebounding, and the distribution and scoring to keep the defense on its toes.
Right. Ever since those first 2 games out at Lions, where Melanie Blanco kind of dominated the scoring, ever since then it's been spread out. Cynthia Waller had a great game on Thursday night. Marissa Yulee had a great game. So who would you pick as your standout scorer today? If I put you on the spot.
I would say Waller. She had 12 on Thursday, and Blanco had a season high for the whole team, 16 on Thursday.
Nice. So speaking of Cynthia Waller, I think she's going to play a key factor today, at least according to the roster, and we know what roster heights really are. I used to be 6'7" in high school. It was amazing. Then I went to college. I shrunk 4 inches. DePaul appears to be the tallest team we've faced so far. 2 freshmen listed at 6'2", 2 players listed at 5'10", a 5'9", and a couple 5'8". Can we match up man-to-man against this DePaul team, or are we going to have to see more zone today from Coach Malloy and the champions?
My guess is they might start out man-to-man, but depending on how things go, they might go to switch over to a zone.
So one of the things that ended up working well on Thursday but started off poorly was we struggled with Latin's press at the beginning of the game. We had 4 straight turnovers on our first 4 possessions. You think Lane is ready for whatever DePaul throws at them today, or what do they have to do to make quick in-game adjustments?
Yeah, they have gotten better breaking the press. Practice makes perfect. They just got to maintain, as we talked about, don't try and pass over these girls with these huge wingspans.
Right, especially tonight or this afternoon when we're going to see some girls that are, way taller. Stephanie Keenan comes in. I did it again. Sophie Keenan went the whole game without doing it. Sophie Keenan is listed at 5'3". Melanie Blanco 5'5". So we're just going to have to be quicker, smaller tonight than we've been against some of the other teams that we faced.
It'll definitely be a challenge, but hopefully it'll be a fun challenge.
So there are 3.5 minutes left on the clock here in the pregame warm-up. Crowd continues to flow in. Big crowd for a Saturday afternoon for what is a rivalry game. Lane Tech won for the first time in a while last year on a Saturday, but back at Lane Tech. But this is just a tough DePaul team. They are in the state playoffs. They are 2A. They had won 4 straight regional championships going into last year. 2020, they won a sectional championship. So they're going to be a challenge for the champions, probably as tough as the Lions team that we faced back at Thanksgiving.
Well, I know just like the last 4 games, Latin, 7 players scored, 8 scored against Oak Park River Forest, 11 scored against Jones, and 11 scored against Layden.
Yeah, and what I really liked coming out of that game on Thursday was that when we didn't get a run out and we didn't get a turnover on defense that generated offense, we were able to get into some half-court sets and take our time, take 30, 45 seconds off the clock, and then end up with a layup. So we didn't force a lot of shots, so I'm hoping that's what we see this afternoon.
Well, they were incredibly patient on Thursday, and it paid off.
So the only I'm a big fan of the transitive property of basketball. No common opponents so far for DePaul and Lane Tech. DePaul 2 games ago did beat Amundsen by about 40, but that's the only CPS team they played so far this season. They've played mainly suburban teams. They've got 2 games in conference. On Thursday, they beat Rez by 3. So
and they're usually good too,
they're
right?
Good. So that's a team we'll see down the road. So there'll be some transitive property coming out of this game. But, yeah, they've beaten in conference. DePaul's beaten Trinity and Resurrection, both traditionally strong programs. And I think it's one of those 2 that we play in the girls and women's shootout, women and girls in sports shootout in January.
Yes.
I think it's Resurrection. Normally it's been Trinity, but I think we switched it up this year, and it's
I think you're right.
So we'll see how that goes. The champions are headed to their bench. There's 1 minute left in the warm-up, so we'll get to introductions quickly, and then we'll get to tip-off almost exactly on time. I was a little bit worried. The JV game ended at about 1:25, and they initially put 25 minutes up on the clock. I'm like, uh-oh, we're going to get going a little bit early. Great PA announcer here at DePaul, almost as good as the guy over at Lane Tech.
Almost.
Not quite. I think they have a better sound system. I don't know if everybody at home can hear it, but a way better sound system than we have over at Lane Tech.
And a very good crowd here.
Yeah, everybody keeps filing in. There's got to be 100 people here, 100 and a quarter.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's a very intimate gym here at DePaul. Bleachers on both sides, but they have the bleachers behind the players closed. The JV team for Lane Tech behind our bench. So everybody here is, I guess this would be on the north side of the gym, right?
Yes.
On the Father Gordon campus of DePaul College Prep. Today's girls basketball matchup features the visiting Lane Tech champions and your DePaul Prep Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, before today's matchup, we ask that you please rise and bow your head as we pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God, you are our help and comfort. You shelter and surround us in love so tender that we know your presence is with us now and forever. We thank you for your love and promise to be with us at school or work, at rest or play. Help us to feel near to you and to hear your voice. Guide us to do our best in every situation and help us to always love one another. Amen. St. Louise de Marillac. St. Vincent de Paul. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. We ask that you please remain standing and face the flag as we honor the men and women who have served our country and those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
I'm going with Pentatonics there, I think,
I think you're right.
if I had to guess.
People are still coming in, Tony.
It's, nothing else to do on a Saturday. It's not the greatest of days here in Chicago. A little cold and overcast. The Imperial March is playing before the introductions of Lane Tech, so
It's kind of funny.
Starting at guard, a senior, number 2, Sophia Keenan. At forward, a senior, number 23, Marissa Yulee. At forward, senior, number 24, Logan King. At guard, she's a sophomore, number 25, Melanie Blanco. And at forward, a senior, number 35, Delilah Downs. The head coach of
the same starting lineup we've seen for the last couple games from Coach Malloy. Now we'll get the DePaul starters.
This afternoon, starting lineups for your DePaul Prep Rams. Starting at guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Albany Park Multicultural, number 23, London Walker George. At guard, a 5'6" junior from St. Andrews, number 21, Charlotte Collins. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Queen of Angels, number 20, Casey Galloway. At forward, a 5'10" senior from St. Benedict, number 15, Nora Lee Strong. And running the points for the Rams, a 5'1" senior from ICSJ, number 14, Jaden Kosanek. The Rams are assisted by Annie Santucci, Laura Larison, and the head coach is Sarah Zurinsky.
All right, so we are ready here at DePaul. As we mentioned, Chuck, same starters we've seen for Lane Tech for these last couple games. Melanie Blanco is going to be in charge of taking care of this ball, and the biggest question early is can they handle whatever press DePaul throws at us?
Let's go, Rams!
So not a big lineup for DePaul on the floor. Lane matches up pretty well. So we'll see what kind of defense they come out in.
Oh. Nice tip away there by Kane.
Out of bounds, Rams basketball.
Got to keep disrupting them.
Quick foul. They got Marissa Yulee on the inbounds play. So, and that's one thing that can't happen today is the champions getting in a lot of foul trouble. They need their best 8 players on the court for most of the game.
Yeah, I don't think the ref was going to call that until the DePaul player grabbed her eye. But there you go.
Been watching a little bit of soccer.
Yeah.
So here comes DePaul. Collins back up to Kosanek. Kosanek back into Collins. Going to get Delilah Downs on the foul. No shot on that.
They're calling this tightly from the get-go.
The problem was, the problem is Delilah brought her hands down.
Uh-huh.
So good ball movement so far from DePaul.
2 fouls on Lane less than a half minute into the game.
Walker George with the ball at the top of the key. Over to Galloway. Galloway with the 3. That is good. So no pressure early from DePaul on that made basket. So Blanco brings it up across the timeline. Gets down inside, layup with the right hand. Misses it. Kosanek brings down the rebound. So Lane Tech in man-to-man defense right now. Over to Collins. Out of Galloway, I'm sorry. That's Collins with the ball. Back to Galloway. Not a lot of movement right now from DePaul. They're just around the top. Kosanek at the top. She drives in.
Nice.
Blanco with the tip. Over to Leedstrom, back to Galloway. That's off her.
Nice. That is the third deflection by Lane.
So hands everywhere right now for Lane Tech. DePaul with that early 3-0 lead. They're looking for that jumper in the corner to Logan Kane. Kane drives over. Yulee at the top of the key. Keenan out to Kane. Good ball movement so far. Keenan down into the post. Downs with a little baby hook. Saw that a couple times on Thursday. If we can get those shots to go. Walker George. Back to Collins. Collins off the glass for 2. Lane Tech gets the ball down quickly. Into Yulee. Yulee underneath.
Foul,
up and under
no call.
Walker George.
Bumped pretty hard there, no call.
Walker George shoots the 3 from the top of the key. That's no good. Blanco brings down the rebound. 5:52 left in the first quarter. Lane Tech still looking for their first points. Logan Kane with the 3-pointer. Off the top of the backboard, no good. So a little bit cold right now for Lane Tech.
Yeah, it's kind of shades of last game.
Kosnick brings it up. No foul there. Kosnick to Collins. Walker George again. That's short. Long rebound out to Galloway. Another whistle. They're going to get Sophie Keenan. Sophie Keenan on the foul. So that's 3 early fouls for Lane Tech.
Well, at least it's not hasn't been on the same player.
Galloway to bring the ball in. Out to Kozanek. Right 3-point line. She drives. Blanco steps in. Back to Galloway. That's short. So DePaul happy to shoot some threes today. I think that's 5. They're 2 for 5. Blanco with the ball at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense out of DePaul. Blanco looking for an opening. A lot of dribbling going on right now. She gets inside, picks up her dribble. Out to Logan Kane. Knocked away.
Grab it.
Lidstrom picks it up off to Walker George.
DePaul's defense is very tough.
Galloway with the ball. Looks inside, slapped away by Blanco. But Lidstrom gets it in, misses. Delilah Downs with the rebound. She pushes. Logan Kane drives on Galloway, takes a 2-pointer. That's long. So back and forth. So far, all of DePaul's shots have been 3-point attempts. Now they get it in. Good defense. Blanco gets it. Everything that goes inside Chuck is getting slapped away.
Lane's locked down D.
Blanco for 3. That's a little long. Kosnick pulls it down.
Both teams are playing excellent defense.
Halfway through this first quarter, Lane still hasn't scored. Walker George gets it out to Galloway to Collins. Collins gets the pick, gets it inside. Marissa Yulee stops her right there. Walker George picks up the loose ball. It's going to be the second foul on Delilah Downs. So I'm going to guess we're going to see Cynthia Waller come in. 4 fouls already for Lane Tech. That wasn't a shot.
No, she was still walking.
How is that a shooting foul?
Well,
You know why? Because the referee said it was a shooting foul. We might disagree, but, yeah, there was no intent to shoot that ball at all by Walker George.
yeah, she was still driving.
Walker George with the first. That's good. 6-0 lead for I take it back. One of their shots was a 2-pointer, but it was from 18, or
Toe was on the
17
line.
feet. Yeah. The Walker George with her second. Into the game comes Cynthia Waller for Delilah Downs. Second free throw good. Here comes the pressure. Into Yulee. Yulee back to Blanco.
First foul on DePaul.
3:37. They get Charlotte Collins on that foul. They're going to take the pressure off after the foul. But that was the first time we've seen the full court pressure. Blanco gets inside and fouled. That's going to be on Collins.
I like to see more of that. They drive the lane and draw a foul.
3:28.
Who was that on?
21.
For a second.
Blanco shooting 2. First one good. Lane Tech gets on the board. Reminiscent of
last game, yeah.
Last game. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Lane gets their first point.
By Blanco, just like last game.
On free throws.
This is like a template.
Maybe we can get her to shoot those free throws a little bit sooner. So Lane Tech so far this season hasn't shown any full court pressure. They'll trap with Waller in the game. Ball on the ground. Into the game for DePaul is Malaya Wood, number 5. She has the ball. Off to Walker George. Back down to Wood. Wood looks inside. They're going to get Blanco. Wow. They are calling this tight tonight. 5 team fouls already on Lane Tech. Definitely not the officials we had the other night who kind of let everybody play. So Galloway to key the ball inbounds. She looks for Wood first. She's going to throw it up for Wood. Wood gets it. Sophie Keenan on her. Little pick and roll. Casey Galloway on the
5 points for her.
On the pick and roll, not at the top. Logan Kane for 3. Quick response. 9-4.
Well, they needed that.
2:50 left in the first quarter. So here comes Wood. Here comes the trap. Number 2 is also in the game. Sarah Kozlowski. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
This is going to turn into a free throw shooting contest.
Is that on Keenan again?
That's 2 on Sophie Keenan. Coach Malloy not happy. So back into the game is Jaden Kozanak. Out goes Allie Mariniscu. We didn't even get to say she was in the game. Sorry, Allie.
And Keenan's out and Mimi Rector comes in.
So a little more length for Lane Tech. Kozanak into the back court. Back up to Galloway. Down into the corner. Another three-point attempt. That's short. Yuli goggles the rebound. Wow. This is just. That's 17 fouls. There's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the. So there was no foul on the rebound, but a foul on the throw it up prayer of a shot. Walker George was behind the basket. There was no. Why I don't understand why you bail her out like that. That's a little short on that one. But now into the game is Jenna Smith for Yulee. Yulee has 2 fouls. So Smith, Waller, Kane, Blanco, and Mimi Rector in for Lane Tech. 2:25 left in the first quarter. Second free throw is good. 10-4 lead for DePaul. Blanco breaks the press.
Nice pass.
Into Waller. Waller off the glass, just a little bit strong. Down to Wood. Wood drives in. Gets the home roll.
Blanco getting grabbed, but no foul there.
So this is what we saw the other day, though. You don't want to speed up. Waller with the little runner.
Oh, nice move.
This is where Lane gets in trouble. They start going fast.
Yeah, they got to play their game.
Walker George. Waller on her. Nothing. Jenna Smith picks up the air ball. Mimi Rector brings it across the timeline. Need to get into your offense here. Mimi Rector goes 1-on-1 and 1.
Nice. Well, they called it.
What?
Wow.
All right. I'm not sure what's going on here, Chuck.
I guess the 4 steps that DePaul player took a few possessions ago, didn't it?
All right, so I think that was a Lane Tech timeout?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Interesting, Lane Tech has 7 fouls, only 2 on DePaul. And I'm not sure. Lane Tech isn't playing any more aggressively than they did the other night. It's just a totally different refereeing style than we saw at home. we think the one foul on Yulee that Walker George, they just bailed Walker George out. She was throwing the ball up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why
was
that
there
was
a foul? I mean, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why she went to the free throw line. Then that was Yulee's second foul.
But I mean,
so.
do you think there was a foul? No. Like you said, if
they're fighting for the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Walker George came over the back of Yulee, didn't get a foul. She rips it away, and then they say Yulee pushed her. Well, they were both battling for the ball. So.
Yeah, needless to say, it's a little frustrating here.
So DePaul enjoys an 8-point lead, a minute and 28 seconds left in the quarter. Kozenak brings it up. Lane Moore in a 2-3 zone right here. Wood with the ball at the top of the key, hands it back off to Kozenak. Looking for Walker George, back to Wood. Wood gets around Jenna Smith with the help. Wood picks up her dribble. Mimi Rector with the trap. Gets it into Liedstrom. Ball's loose on the ground. That's going to go over the lane. Great job by Melanie Blanco to come in from the weak side with that help. 58 seconds. Lane Tech trails by 8. Mimi Rector ball on the right side. It's a late pick there. Surprised they didn't call that. Logan Kane down to Blanco on the baseline. Blanco goes up. I'm not sure what's a foul anymore, Chuck.
Yeah, it's
Wood with the ball. Gets it over to Kozenak. Kozenak with a deep three. Off the front of the rim. Liedstrom shoves Jenna Smith out of the way to go get the ball. Walker George at the foul line. Melanie Blanco with the help. Down to Liedstrom again. Liedstrom out to Kozlowski. 17 seconds. Walker George drives. Blanco with the help.
Solid. This D is just locked down. And that was all ball.
That's
but if you defend in your lane.
18 fouls.
Jenna with those long arms just reached out and
18 fouls.
Knocked the ball away.
18 fouls against Lane in this first quarter. Liedstrom the senior shooting 2. And I'm not sure how she was shooting, right? It should be 1-on-1.
Yeah.
But anyway. These guys have a tough job, and they don't need my help. Liedstrom misses the second. Walker George with the rebound, gets the bucket.
That's 5 points for her.
Lane Tech's not going to get a shot off. So at the end of one, DePaul leads 15-4 and will be shooting free throws the rest of this half. Lane Tech struggling to get into their offense. So Lane Tech in the huddle right now needs to come up with something, just not able to get into their offense. They had one free throw from Melanie Blanco, one three-pointer from Logan Kane, and that's been about it. Haven't really been able to get at 12-4. You thought Mimi Rector had a chance for a and one, but they called it travel. Melanie Blanco has been getting abused on the foul line somehow, but so it's going to be DePaul ball coming in. Lane Tech has to tighten up on their defense.
Yeah, that was a tough first quarter. I mean, Lane's defense has played very well, but now I'm afraid they're gonna start playing more tentatively as the fouls pile up.
So same 5 on the court for Lane Tech that finished the quarter. Sophia Lamparis in the game now.
For Kane.
Melanie Blanco, Cynthia Waller, Mimi Rector, and Jenna Smith. All righty. Starting the second quarter. Kozenak with the ball. Over to Walker George. Back to Kozenak at the top. Sophia Lamparis on her. Nice pass out. Galloway gets the ball, gets inside, passes it over to Liedstrom. Liedstrom with the three-pointer long. Melanie Blanco with the rebound. No pressure on that missed shot. So let's see if Lane can get into their offense here. Rector sets the pick. Unbelievable.
What was that?
An offensive foul on Jenna Smith. I can't remember when I saw a game this one-sided on foul calls. It's 9-2. I didn't see what happened, but
No, yeah, I was watching the ball too.
Kosnick with the ball, Wood next to her. Leachstrom down in the corner. They get into Galloway. Galloway down to Leachstrom, back out to Kosnick. Kosnick three-pointer.
Way off.
Missed everything. That's going to go to Lane Tech. Just not able to get into any form of offense right now. Delilah Downs coming back into the games. Delilah coming in for Jenna. So Delilah has 2 fouls.
And, yeah, 2 fouls for 2 fouls.
So they're going to let Rector bring the ball up. Let Melanie Blanco come to it off. Then Paris cuts underneath. Back to Delilah. Rector from deep.
Oh,
Off the front of the rim. Waller
Nice.
with the rebound.
shocker. That's on
15 on Leachstrom. Nora Leachstrom, the senior.
her first.
So Sophia Lamperis. To bring the ball inbounds. Lane Tech set up in their box. Ball was tipped, but Melanie Blanco brought it down. Waller to Downs. Just great man-to-man defense right now from DePaul, forcing Lane Tech to set up their offense about 35 feet from the basket. They dump it into Waller. Waller, great pass out to Downs. Downs for 3, off the front iron. Kosnick runs down the rebound, off to Wood. Lane Tech trails 15-4, 6:26 left in the quarter. Kosnick eyed up to 3, into Galloway. Blanco on the ground, steals it from her.
Nice hustle there.
Mimi Rector with the ball. Rector gets it into the front court, takes a 3. That missed everything. Just no offensive continuity, not anything like we saw on Thursday.
But this defense by DePaul, much better.
Much better, but they're forcing us to play fast, and we're taking some shots that Coach Malloy might not think are high percentage shots. Galloway, top of the key. She drives down on Blanco, out to Leachstrom. Delilah Downs on her. Back out to Kosnick. Kosnick gets a pick. Down to Galloway. Galloway with the ball fake. Misses it. Rector again with the ball. Rector looked for an opening. Oh, nope. Foul on Galloway.
Her first.
Casey Galloway is a junior, 5'6". So 4 fouls on DePaul. Sophie Keenan back into the game. So Kozlowski back in for DePaul. Waller at the elbow. Waller gets around.
Oh, a little too
off
strong.
the glass, misses, gets her own rebound, puts up the 15-footer. Kosnick rips it down, pushes the ball up the court. Leachstrom gets it. Great job by Waller, but they're going to give her the foul. Great block with her hand, got her with the body, but great hustle. She was fighting for the rebound. Fighting for the rebound on one end, got back to block the fast break layup. So Nora Leachstrom's going to go to the free throw line, shooting 2. 5-17.
And there's been no points this second quarter.
Now there is.
Until now.
5:17 left in the quarter. Nora Leachstrom made the first of 2. Marissa Yulee back in for Cynthia Waller. So timeout. Coach Malloy takes a timeout. That's her second. 30-second for Lane Tech. Chuck, what do we need to do? Need some help.
I think they need to try and just keep penetrating and drive the lane and try and draw some fouls. The outside shooting is very tough because DePaul is just not giving them anything.
Right. Just and still we've only made one field goal, the 3-pointer from Logan Kane. Nothing else from the field. Our 4th point was a Melanie Blanco free throw. So just need to get some continuity. the great success we've had the last couple games is getting some turnovers and some runouts. DePaul doing a great job holding on to the ball.
Yeah.
And not giving us those easy transition baskets that we've had the last 3 games. So Leedstrom back on the line, her second. Yulee, Rector, Lamperis, Downs, and Keenan in the game for Lane Tech. Yulee gets in, gets a travel. She might have had an opportunity to just take that to the rim.
Yeah, I thought that's what she was going to do.
Just haven't been able to make that adjustment yet that we were able to make on Thursday night. Kosnick with the ball over to Wood. Yulee on Walker George. Walker George with a tough basket. That was a great shot. Yulee was right in her face.
Try not to draw a foul.
Yeah, hit the turnaround 15-footer. The best basket we've seen today. Rector with a quick 3. Missed everything. Walker George gets it out to Leedstrom. Leedstrom with the layup. That's good. 20-4 DePaul. Rector gets to the rim. That one goes.
Now let's have a nice stop here.
Game's picking up intensity a little bit, picking up speed. Double teaming the ball in the corner. Leedstrom gets it to Walker George. Wood gets down in trouble. Timeout DePaul. Wood got in trouble on the baseline. DePaul was quick to call a timeout. 30-second timeout. Yeah, so the speed or the transition of this game, Chuck, have picked up a lot in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
And I think Lane has been holding its own, but they just, it's just the points, they just, nothing.
I would say at this point, right, 20 points from this DePaul team in a quarter and a half. Not a bad defensive effort from Lane Tech. It's just can't put the biscuit in the basket right now.
And 5 of those points have been on free throws. And only 1 3-pointer.
Ball into Walker George. Yulee with great post defense, but nobody picked up the loose ball. That's again
just standing there.
You can't bail out a player that's out of control. Kosnick got up in the air, didn't know what to do with the ball. Yulee had her position, and they called a foul. That's her 3rd. So Jaden Kosnick, a senior, goes to the line.
I mean, she just ran into her. That's what I saw.
She makes the first. Back in the game comes Melanie Blanco.
Number 25, Melanie Blanco, back in for Lane Tech.
So Blanco and Downs underneath. Keenan stands at the half-court line. 3:56 left in the half. That one was off the back iron. Lamperis over to Downs. Downs gets it into Blanco. Blanco goes up and under. So Melanie Blanco going to go to the line shooting 2. 15 foul on DePaul.
Who was that on? Did you see?
I did not hear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't.
Blanco for her first. Rattles in. So Blanco with 2 points for the day. 2 free throws. Her second. Walker George brings down the rebound. Gets it off to Kosnick. Kosnick doesn't take the pick. Gets down the jumper. Misses that.
Nice rebound by Downs.
Yeah, Sarah Kozlowski came storming in trying to get that ball from Downs. Logan Kane with a quick 3-pointer. Melanie Blanco fights for the rebound, goes off her hand. But the play down here where Kozlowski came in over Downs' back, earlier that's a foul on us.
Yep.
But it's not a similar foul on them.
No, that disparity in the it's frustrating.
Charlotte Collins comes in for Kosnick. 3:18. We'll restart the clock in a second. Deep from the corner. No good. There they go. They got Kozlowski on that one. 3:13 in the half. 16 fouls for DePaul. Caitlin Totaro in the game for DePaul for the first time. She's number 25. She's a 6'2 freshman. Like we said, they don't rebuild, they reload. They have 2 6'2 freshmen on the roster, does DePaul. Logan Kane down in the corner, back up to Lamperis. Lamperis drives down into the foul line. Blanco looks for an opportunity. She gets into the lane, gets the floater, just misses.
Nice moves there.
Wood lets Walker George bring it into the front court. Walker George all the way to the rim. Her second great shot today. That was, she decided as soon as she got to half court, she was taking that all the way to the rim. Nice little underhand. Lamperis for 3. Little strong. Keenan gets the rebound. Out of bounds.
Oh. And they just teed her up for
slamming the ball down. So that's her third personal foul. So we're going to walk to the other end, shoot 2 free throws with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. So Keenan's third personal. Well, let's see who takes these. Looks like Walker George will take them. 23-7, a 16-point DePaul lead. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the half. Walker George is going to shoot the 2 technical free throws. She gets the first. Second one is good.
It's 6 points for her.
So Walker George, just a sophomore.
I'm sorry, 10 points for her.
Yeah, just a sophomore. So, you know, when you got 2 6'10 freshmen and a sophomore that's leading your team in scoring already, you might be in pretty good shape. As we said, DePaul is a 2A state playoff team. So we wouldn't see them again in the playoffs if it happened. Nice pass by Walker George. See, that time they didn't call the foul on
I
bounds.
was waiting for the whistle there.
Kozlowski with the jumper, a little off. Would try to save it, but was on the end line. Just great effort right now from DePaul.
Yeah.
Going after every rebound. Lane Tech, I think, just a little bit frustrated. Blanco with the ball.
Body check there, no call.
Lamperis
Nice
with
move.
the runner. Walker George brings it up, 1:55 left. Samantha Garcia in the game for Lane Tech. So, you know, there's an even out. Garcia may or may not have tripped Wood, but they got Wood for carrying the ball as she tried to regain her balance. 1:50 left. Oops, sorry. We'll fix that in a sec. Sophie Lamperis looked at the 15-footer, turned it down. Gets into the lane. 137.
Is that on 25?
Yeah.
Totaro.
It's, I don't know. These guys have a hard job. That was about the cleanest block I've seen.
Yeah, I'll say we'll take it, and we will.
So Lamperis misses her first free throw. 137 left in the I'm not sure if it's the boys team down to our left, but an enthusiastic DePaul student section here on a Saturday afternoon. Lamperis steps up for her second. Tries to cut this to a 15-point lead. Off the glass. We'll count it. Wood brings it up over the half-court line. Down to Collins. Over to Galloway. Galloway looks at the 15-footer. That's good. Yeah, the mid-range jumper you just don't see anymore, Chuck.
No, and that was all net. That was a nice shot.
Logan Kane. Kane to Blanco with Wood on her. Walker George knocks the ball out of bounds. 1:11 left in the quarter. Lane Tech trails by 17 right now. Logan Kane to bring the ball inbounds. Knocked away by Liedstrom down in the corner. .109. Kane again into Downs. Downs trapped in the corner, gets it out to Kane. Kane to the top of the key to Lamparis. Lamparis to Garcia. Garcia drives, gets to the rim, gets it up on the glass. That's a little strong.
I like to see that aggressiveness.
Rebound by Collins. Yeah, it was a nice drive. She got the pick, got the corner, out to Wood. Wood gets in, back out to Collins behind the three-point line to Galloway. Galloway gets into the middle, tries to hand it off to Liedstrom. That didn't work too well. Uh-oh, that's bad. That's bad. All right, that's not bad. Wow,
yeah, that did
she went down hard. Liedstrom trying to get to the ball, just kind of slipped. There was no call. I'm not sure what the referees are talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, I think everybody, they stopped the game because I think they thought she was injured.
Yeah.
So they're discussing. I mean, if that's it, it should be a jump ball. It should be Lane Tech ball if it's a jump ball. 37 seconds left in the quarter. This conversation's taken way too long. But fortunately, it looks like Nora Liedstrom's okay because that was an ugly fall. Her legs just went out from underneath her. Yeah, that's a jump ball. That's what you have to do. So it'll be Lane Tech ball in the alternate possession. But for a second, and she didn't move when she went down. I think she was trying to take an inventory of how do I feel. So fortunately for her, she's okay. Don't want to see anybody injured. Garcia gets to the rim on Galloway, gets it up. That's good.
Nice move.
Two great drives by Samantha Garcia.
That's what they need.
21 seconds. Wood brings it up over to Walker George.
Gonna play for a last shot here.
Oh,
and
Walker George throws it over Wood's head. Yeah. Little careless with the ball.
If they score here, they'll be down
11.9, 13, 14, or 13 or 12.
Yep.
Yeah, a nice three-pointer here would go a long way. Walker George just threw the ball over Wood's head there. Lamparis with the ball. Down sets the pick into the corner for Kane.
Excellent.
The two. Cuts the lead to 13. So at the end of the first half, Lane Tech trails DePaul 27-14. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. We are back at Tom Winicki Gym on the Father Gordon campus of DePaul College Prep High School. Almost 4 minutes left in the halftime period, so Chuck, 2 other major games of importance going on right now. If you're just watching our game, France is leading England 2-1 late in the second half. Not sure if you win that game, you want to take on a tough Morocco team that won this morning 1-0 over Portugal. And the other game is the Army-Navy game. Late in the first quarter, it's 0-0. Army has the ball. So other than that, if you had 3 TVs, you could be watching
all 3.
The end of the World Cup, Army-Navy, and Lane Tech DePaul. But how about some of the scoring? How did it look for the 2 teams?
Well, leading all scores is Walker George with 11, and Casey Galloway has 7 for DePaul. The leading scorer for Lane is Logan Kane with 5, a 3 and a 2. After that, you have Sophia Lamperis with 3, Mimi Rector 2, Samantha Garcia with 2, and Melanie Blanco 2.
Yeah, London Walker George, the sophomore, they have her listed at 5'9" in the program, but she made 2 great shots in the first half. First, from the elbow with Marissa Yulee in her face, just hit a turnaround jumper. And then later in the second quarter, just got the ball on an inbounds play and went coast to coast, and nobody stopped her. She did a little up and under. So 2 beautiful baskets from her. It's 27-14 here at halftime. Lane Tech not playing bad defense, forcing DePaul to move the ball around. A couple of runouts there for DePaul, but all in all, 27 points, a good defensive job against this tough DePaul team. Just struggling on the offensive end, can't get into anything, and the 3-pointers just aren't falling. So we'll have to see. I think I'm superstitious, but to me, and I don't know what you think, that the rim to our left that we were shooting on in the first half looks a little bent. It looks a little forward.
Oh yeah.
And I'm being serious, doesn't it? Does it look a little?
It does. I was dunking before the game, and I hung on.
There you go.
So
I did see that. But so we're shooting at the rim on the west side of the gymnasium, and hopefully that's a little friendlier. We've only made 1 3-pointer in this game. I think, though, so has DePaul only had 1.
That is correct.
3-pointer. So playing a little bit of old school basketball, trying to move the ball around and get it inside. Casey Galloway, the junior for DePaul, has done a great job driving, getting the ball into the middle, made some tough shots inside, or then getting the ball back out to Walker George and giving her an opportunity to drive. So,
and Lane has had a lot of shots down low. There's been a lot that haven't fallen.
Right. So a little bit of foul trouble for the starters for Lane Tech. Sophie Keenan has 3 fouls, and does Yulee have 3 fouls?
Yulee has 3, Smith 2, and Downs 2.
So that was mainly a result of the early quick whistles, at least what we thought from our perspective, from the referees in that first quarter.
Well, now you're going to have Keenan, Yulee, Downs, Kane, and Blanco.
And it is different. I'm not sure how referee scheduling works, but the referees, when we're playing conference games, do have a tendency to let us play a little bit more and make the games a little bit more physical. And I'm sure Latin had that same complaint on Thursday that their star Megan Sinai was getting a little bit roughed up in that first quarter. So we'll have to see how the champions come out right now. Man-to-man, forcing the ball around. Kosnick has it with Keenan on her, back into Leachstrom. Little short on that turnaround hook. Downs looking for Blanco.
Yeah, they got to.
So you just need stops. I mean, that's what you're going to get. You need stops and then some layups.
Yeah, they can't get it all back with one shot, so they have to be patient.
Keenan in the left corner. She gets it in, back out to Blanco. Collins on Blanco over.
Oh, boy.
Over Jaden Kosnick, but that ball was behind the backboard a little bit. So
let's get another stop here.
Kosnick taking her time, bringing it up. We'll see what DePaul tries to do on offense. Kosnick with the jumper, no good. Walker George, no foul on that. So now they're letting him play a little bit. Yuli gets it down. Blanco throws it away.
A little too strong. Good idea looking ahead, though, but
Charlotte Collins waiting for the inbounds pass. Back to Kosnick. A minute into this third quarter. Kosnick goes to the rim again. Couple Euro steps. Keenan comes down with the rebound. She gets inside, gets it to Logan Kane. Down to Yuli. Yuli gets inside. Jump ball. It's going to be Lane Tech ball. Yuli got inside. 3 players collapsed on her, just nowhere to go. She tried to get the ball back out to Logan Kane, just couldn't get it away from her body.
Swarming her.
Logan Kane to control the inbounds pass. Up screens. Got Yuli. Yuli's open for a 3 if she wanted it. Yuli with Walker George on her. Back to Blanco on the right side. Blanco drives. Walker George takes it from her. Walker George, great job by Logan Kane. Yuli, 1-on-4. She's got Keenan on the other side. They're going to call a charge on Yuli, so that's 4, correct?
Correct. She'll be coming out for Mimi Rector.
Just a little bit out of control. Trying to make something happen. Down 27-14. 6:12 left in the third quarter.
No points yet this half.
Wood at the top now. Over to Collins. Collins to Galloway. Galloway really the driving force of this team. It looks like Walker George the star, but Galloway's the one that makes things happen when she gets into the lane. Down to Lidstrom. We're going to get that on Delilah Downs. Just brought her hands down a little bit.
3 on Downs.
And then that was a great play. Lordstrom had position inside. Galloway saw her, gave her the ball. And it would have probably been fine if Delilah had stayed straight up, but she brought her hands down just a little bit. Lidstrom misses the first. 5:50 in the quarter. As you said, nobody scored yet.
Let's hope it stays that way for
Short. Grab it. Tied up. Mimi Rector got the rebound but got tied up. That's going to go over to DePaul on the alternate possession. Galloway has it. Out to Lidstrom. Walker George back to Galloway. So they're trying to get inside to Lidstrom now. They're working to get her posted up. Gets it across to Collins, down to Wood on the baseline. Wood forces it into Galloway. Galloway just throws it up. Delilah Downs knocked it away. Galloway, just great effort right now from DePaul. They got every loose ball on that possession.
Kane was calling it for there on the wing.
Another turnover for Lane Tech. Wood going to bring it up. So it's Wood and Collins up top. Galloway from 3, off the side of the rim. Mimi Rector pulls it down. Walker George grabs it from her. Just Delilah Downs who's going to pick up another foul.
4 on Downs.
Just a lot of effort right now from DePaul.
Yeah, they're really hustling.
So Nora Lidstrom goes down. And I think it's interesting. DePaul came out in this half making a concerted effort to get the ball down into the post to Lidstrom. And she's done a great job posting up, getting her defender on her back, and then shows some nice footwork down in the paint as she gets for position and tries to score the bucket. Missed the first. Here's the second. That one's good. Thank you. Rector with the ball. Keenan in the corner with a quick 3. It's a little long. Lloyd George with the rebound. Lloyd George, Walker George. No Prime Ministers of England here today. Galloway to Wood. Wood on the wing. Keenan with her foul. That's her fourth.
Yes. Boy, 3 players with 4 fouls. And Garcia is going to come in for Keenan.
4:33 still in the third quarter. Keenan goes out. So it's Blanco, Garcia, Kane, Waller, and Rector. Wood with the quick jumper just inside the three-point line. Collins with the step through. She's going to go to the line. 15 foul on Lane Tech.
That was on
Melanie Blanco, her second. Charlotte Collins at the free throw line. She's also a junior. So a young team here for only 2 seniors on this team for DePaul.
On the whole team?
Jaden Kosnak and Nora Leedstrom, the only 2 seniors, if the rosters could be believed. So, like we said, they just reload. Rector with a quick 3 from the left wing. Short. Garcia fights for the rebound. Rector ends up coming up with it. Garcia kept it alive. Into Waller on the baseline. She's deep. Pass underneath. Walker George knocks it out of bounds. 4:09. Yeah, Waller got the ball, but she was just a little too far. She was under that. There's a light gray line on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't really anything for her to do with the ball. Blanco looking for something to do. DePaul with another steal. 30, they're going to get a foul on Garcia. So 4:02, we're at 6 fouls. Lane still in their man-to-man defense. Haven't really seen their 1-3-1 trap that they like to go to sometimes. Kane, great defense. Galloway down on the baseline. In and out. I told you, this is the least friendly. This is the worst of the 2 rims.
And they're
21, Charlotte Collins. First team foul for
her 3rd for the game.
I didn't even think that was possible. First team foul for DePaul. DePaul trapping everything now. Wood on Rector. Rector gets
power move.
Rector couldn't get it to go. Melanie Blanco with some great defense there. Great hustle from her.
I like that drive by Rector.
Yeah, she got to the rim, just couldn't get it. I think she was looking for the foul too. Lob into Walker George, nothing there. Rector with the rebound. She had numbers for a second. Gets the ball down in the corner to Logan Kane. Back to Rector. Rector on the right wing. Going to call a foul on DePaul. 14 is Jaden Kosnak. Oh, they got on 15, sorry. So second team foul for DePaul. Walker George tying her shoe. Logan Kane waiting to get the ball. Up screen for Rector. Garcia dives to the ball. Jump ball. Lane Tech ball on the jump ball. Into the game comes Sophia Lamparis. Out goes Mimi Rector. Timeout Lane Tech. So we've only let DePaul score
twice,
4 points.
Yep, but we haven't scored.
Right, in 5 minutes. So the defense, I think what we've seen the last 3 games, the defense is right here. The defense is playing really well. They're locked in. And even better, if you think about how they've had to do it because of the foul trouble that they've had, the struggle right now for Lane Tech is just not being able to score. They've gotten to the rim. Like you said, Mimi Rector just had a great drive.
Yeah.
So what do you think they have to do, Chuck, to try and find, if nothing else, find a little bit of offensive flow the rest of this game going into our game Tuesday with Lincoln Park.
Worked. I would again say just keep driving the ball, try and draw some fouls, and hopefully, I mean, they just have to a little softer touch on those in that last moment when they put the ball up, because they're all heavy shots. They're all bouncing off.
And I think when they go back and watch the film or they talk about this after, they're rushing some of those jumpers because of the defensive pressure that the ball has, and that's why you're seeing the ball, not draw iron a couple times and some different things that DePaul's challenging everything, including the jump shooters.
Yeah, you got to hand it to DePaul. They're very aggressive team.
2:58 remaining in this third quarter. Lane Tech goes to a different inbounds play, gets it to Garcia. Garcia to Waller. Nordstrom, Leedstrom all over her.
Grabbing
Waller
her
with the jumper.
Nice recovery there by
Great job
Cynthia.
by Cynthia Waller. She's got great touch in that 12 to 15 foot range. Again, they push it into that's the bad rim. It's just a bad rim. Leedstrom in and out. Lamperis with the three-pointer. Just a little strong.
Flop.
So they're going to call that. They're going to call the simulation.
Good.
So that foul on London Walker George. She's trying to draw a charge, but Logan Kane was going the other way when she fell down.
Yeah, the physics of that didn't make sense.
Corner to Garcia. Garcia with Wood on her, gets in the middle of the lane.
And that's on
number 5. Wood, yeah. Yeah, this is, just definitely a closely refereed game. Into the game comes McHale for Garcia. Garcia might have had an equipment issue.
I think, she went to her backpack.
She does wear glasses. I think somebody knocked them off her face or just struggled to get the ball in bounds.
Nice.
Deep to Lamperis.
Thank you.
So right now what's happening, Lane Tech's trying to get the ball into Waller at the foul line, and DePaul's double teaming that every time.
Yep. But now they're starting to draw fouls. That's 5, I think, this half.
Team foul, yep. Just need to be able to get the ball in bounds. Waller to Lamperis. Lamperis in the middle of the lane.
All righty. I'll take that.
So what you're seeing is, and we have a tough angle here, but Leedstrom brought her hands down.
Yeah.
And she's claiming she got all ball, but as soon as the referees see that chop,
a
lot of times they're just going to call that. So Lamperis shooting 2. 2:10 left in the third quarter. Lane Tech trailing by 15.
It's a 4-2 half here so far.
That one's good.
Nice.
So do you have Leedstrom for 4? That's what the scoreboard has. So she's going to come out of the game.
I don't, but.
So they take Leedstrom out, bring Kosnick back.
I had her with 3, but that doesn't mean anything.
Ella Sight's going to come into the game if this goes for Lane Tech.
Yeah. All right.
Lane Tech cuts it to 13. Another defensive stop, you get it to 10. The defensive effort here in the whole game, but in the third quarter has just been
they've only given up 4 points.
Yeah. Just a great defensive effort from Lane Tech.
It's a 4-4 half.
It was a 4-4 half, and you said the second quarter was 12-10, right? So
yep. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be, now they're shooting. And call that on that. Oh, they're going to call it out of bounds. Or timeout. So DePaul timeout. That's their second. They have 3 left. So both teams now are in the 1-1 for the remainder of the game. Lane Tech trails by 13. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. That, as you mentioned, is just 4-4, so super low scoring.
Yeah, it's just – and Lane has definitely been driving more and they're drawing the fouls this half.
Just needs some to go. If we could find a three-pointer somewhere.
It's not out of reach.
So not our best – you have Sophia Lamperis out there, but otherwise not our best three-point shooting team. Yeah, so – DePaul got that timeout before any foul or went out of bounds. So DePaul looks like they're going to slow it down a little bit. Lane in a 2-3 zone. Kosnick with the ball. She and Kosnick and Wood just playing catch. Great job. Sophia Lamperis almost guessed it. Oh, Galloway with the three-pointer, and she was fouled. So
That
credit,
was on sights.
yeah, credit to that goes to Walker George, though. After Blanco tipped the ball at the top of the key, Walker George was able to grab it out of the air, saw Galloway. Galloway quickly shot it, made the three, and got fouled. So trying for the 4-point play. McHale gets it across the timeline. Hands it off to Blanco. Blanco loses it in the lane a little bit. Kosnick they're going to call it travel.
Galloway has about 13 points.
So Blanco did a great job getting in the lane that time, just lost the handle as she tried to gather herself to go up for the shot. So Blanco brings it around. McHale back on the other side, down to Sights. Sights for three, little long. Ball's going to stay here with Lane Tech. 108 left in the quarter. Into the game comes Mimi Rector, Samantha Garcia back in, Jenna Smith. So you got Sights, McHale, Smith, Garcia, and Rector. Sights going to be responsible for getting the ball inbounds. Lane Tech trails by 17. McHale saves it. Sorry, didn't turn the thing. Ball went in the backcourt, but no backcourt violation. Nobody had touched it. Nobody possessed it. McHale at the top of the key with Walker George on her. Gets the ball to Garcia. Garcia drives on Kanaska, or
Nice move. Just
Kozenak, sorry. Jump ball. That's going to go to DePaul. 49 seconds left.
nice drive there by Garcia. Just a little too strong.
Kosnick with the ball. 46 seconds. See if the ball holds it for one. Over to Wood. Back to Kosnick. Looking for Walker George. Back to Wood. Wood, nope. Turns down the three. Gets it to Galloway. Galloway drives.
Nice
Sights
block.
Actually blocked it with her bottom hand. Went up with her right. Kept her left hand out there and blocked the shot. Garcia gets out of the trap. Over to Sights. Sights with the 10-footer. Off the front of the rim. McHale fighting for the rebound.
All right.
Out of bounds on Kosnick when she touched the ball. So 19.8 seconds left. Lane Tech trails by 17. Throws the ball over Jenna's head. So DePaul has the ball now with 18.8 seconds left, up by 17. The difference in this quarter is just that 4-point play that Galloway got. Hit the three-pointer and the foul by Ella Sights. Kosnick brings it up, looking for one. Gets it over to Wood. Wood back to Kosnick. Down to Galloway. Galloway's trying to get somebody to cut. Walker George at the foul line. Deep three. Garcia with the rebound. 1 second left. That will be the end of the half.
35-18.
So another just low scoring. Oops, I never made it. Low scoring game for the song the Mets closer plays when he comes into the game.
Is it? Yeah, Lane only 4 points that quarter to 8 for.
And what was the first quarter? How many we have? We had four.
Yeah.
So 4 and 4. Army or Navy leads Army 3-0. Go Navy. Sorry, I'm not sure if you have a preference there, but
I do not.
And it's full time. France defeated England, so
Oh wow!
they get to face Morocco. Morocco hasn't let any team score on them yet in this tournament.
I think it's the first team ever from Africa, right?
Yep.
In the finals.
Yep, we're seven games in. 7 games into the tournament, and
No one's. Wow, that's impressive.
or no, 6 games in, I guess. This is the second knockout round, right?
Well, yes, I think so.
So 6 games in and nobody scored. All right, fourth quarter. Let's see what Lane can get up here. They trail by 17. DePaul's in the bonus.
Blanco,
Actually,
Keenan, Downs, Kane, and Yulee.
both teams in the bonus. Blanco gets to the rim. Yulee with the rebound, out to Blanco. Blanco pulled down by
Just another shot that
Wood.
wouldn't fall.
Walker George with the ball. Into the corner for Galloway for three. No good. Blanco with the rebound.
Strong.
Kosnick with a little pressure. Galloway with a foul. That was silly.
Just ran into her.
Coach can't be happy about that. So we're going to go down here and shoot one in the bonus. But Kosnick had some great pressure. Blanco got around it. Galloway didn't have position, just stopped moving her feet and just kind of bodied her. You saw it coming.
Yeah.
From where we were sitting. But so Melanie Blanco on the free throw line, shooting 2. 30 seconds gone here in this fourth quarter.
All net.
So I'll tell you, I came to this game thinking that our greatest challenge would be the height of DePaul, but that really hasn't been a problem. I think we've handled their pressure pretty well. Just some second chance points that we've given up to them, and then an inability just to get into our offense today. The great defensive pressure that DePaul's put on in the first half, in the half court. Wood on the right wing, back to Walker George. Walker George to Collins. Collins to Kosnick. Into Wood. Great passing, great ball movement by DePaul right there.
Yeah, she snuck around behind all the defenders.
Blanco at the top. Just Blanco gets away. Great job by her. But still, just a lot of one-on-one effort right there.
We need more of that in these last 6:50.
DePaul content to ooh, quick shot by Collins. Wow. Great shot by her.
She seemed to surprise herself. She
Yeah,
said,
that
"Oh,
was
I'll
one
just
of
take
those.
that."
She was wide open. Great pass into Downs. Great pass from Blanco there. Great vision. Downs just ran the court. Nobody picked her up. Over to Wood on the left side. She brings it back up. Kosnick to the right side. Galloway gets inside of the defender. Blanco with the rebound. No pressure. Gets it to Downs. Come back and get it. There you go. Lane trails by 16. 6 minutes and change to go. Yulee on the right side for three. Off the back of the rim. Keenan tried to bring it down.
Substitution number 15, Nora Leedstrom checks back in for the Rams.
So Leedstrom back in the game for Galloway. Leedstrom has 4 fouls. How many points does Galloway have? She has to have a bunch.
13.
And the big four, I think that 4-point play, Chuck, that was, you thought Lane was getting back into the game. They were down by 13, had been playing really good defense, and then she gets that 4-point play.
Yeah, the momentum really swung.
Out of count. What? What?
Ugh.
No comment. So they're just back to trying to get the ball into Leedstrom again underneath. They go deep this time to Kosnick. Kosnick to Collins. Into Leedstrom at the foul line. She misses it. Delilah Downs got her hand on the ball. Collins got the rebound, though. Yulee brings the ball up the left side. She gets it into the middle. Downs for three. Off the front of the iron. Wood pulls down the rebound, gets it off to Walker George. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Lane Tech trailing by 18. Collins in the corner. They're going to call. What? What? Leedstrom threw Yulee to the floor.
Wow.
How is that? Leedstrom threw Yulee to the floor, and
Well,
they called the foul on.
That's what you call home court
and
refs.
It's 1-1. It's not 2. That was just a brutal call. That was brutal.
Yeah, these need some vision checks after this game. I guess that's the.
I want to go back and watch that one because all I saw was Yulee flying across the floor, and and somehow they called that on her. 2 free throws from Lidstrom. Into the game comes Caitlin Totoro again, the freshman. Out goes Nora Lidstrom. Waller with the pick for Blanco. Blanco underneath.
Nice
Tries to
move.
go off the glass. Waller fights for the rebound. She gets it up and in.
That's her second basket of the game.
We're under 5 minutes to go in the game. Here we go. Here's the trap, Chuck. When you put Cynthia Waller back in, you get a little more length at the top, up front. Nice pass by Wood into Walker George. Walker George out to Collins. Collins missed everything that time. Wood picked up the rebound. She gets it back to the top. Over to Collins again. Down to Walker George in the corner. That's a 3. No good. Downs with the rebound.
Nice position there by Delilah.
Downs pushing it up. Gets it down to Keenan. Into Waller. Waller turns around.
Nice ball movement there.
See, here's a little bit of the offense we've been looking for. You know, taking it out, you work inside out, open some things up. Wood turns down a three-pointer, drives, gets the ball back to Collins. Collins awkwardly passes it to Walker George. Walker George down to Totaro. Collins gets it in.
Travel.
Walker George with a little Euro step before she put the ball down on the floor. 3:54 left in the game. Blanco with the ball. Waller working hard underneath. There's no doubt that that's a way better rim.
Yes.
They're
Blanco
never
with
shooting
six in this quarter. You
Trapping
definitely
the
notice the
ball.
difference.
Timeout. We got a timeout. One referee's going to call a foul, but we got the timeout first. So full timeout for DePaul. So let's talk about next week a little bit, Chuck.
Next week at
Back in conference.
hosting Lincoln Park.
2 games. Tuesday, Lincoln Park. It was a game last year. We went to Lincoln Park in their tiny, tiny gym and lost by a couple. But it looks like they're just by records. We haven't seen them. They're struggling a little bit. But then I think that the big game, right, the marquee game maybe of our conference season is Northside on Thursday.
Thursday at Northside at 5 p.m.
So they are currently 9-1. We've seen them the last couple of years. Obviously, they have a core of players who are now juniors and seniors who've been playing together since they were freshmen. They took some huge lumps 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but they have built to this.
Yeah.
And they think it is their season. So aside from Whitney Young in conference, I think this Thursday will be their toughest game. So you kind of have to quickly recover from this, take the positives out of it, go take care of business against Lincoln Park, and then you got Northside on Thursday night at their gym.
And then a Saturday morning game at home.
Great move. What a great move by her. Little up and under by Nora Lidstrom. Got the defense moving towards the center of the lane. She ducked back under. So we talked about her footwork earlier. She's a good post player.
Waller thinks about a 3.
Got Walker George on her. Blanco now with Wood. See, now they're getting a little more movement. Just couldn't get it over Walker George's head. Blanco's open. Her defender had fallen down. Wood gets it into the corner for Kosnick. Walker George. 2:39 in the game. Man-to-man defense from Lane Tech right now. Blanco goes out to Collins. There you go. Good
nice
job.
hustle.
Force the force. I mean, if whatever the final ends up being, 52. DePaul came into this game averaging 66 points. I guess there's a saying that if you're upsetting both sides. You're doing a good job, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I think Walker George went up and got all ball on that one. But DePaul came into this game averaging 66 points for the last 3 games. So, if this ends up in the 50-52 range, I think you got to be super proud of the defense that you played here today. And I will tell you, even going back to the Thanksgiving games, the Wheaton North and the Connick game, I think this defense was better than those two.
Oh, yes.
Defenses.
Definitely.
Blanco makes her second.
Blanco with 8 points this quarter, 10 overall.
Yeah, she's just continued to drive, get in there, get those. So we're going to send DePaul to the line. Melanie Blanco. We're going to send Malaya Wood. Malaya Wood, just a sophomore. So she's played a significant role in this game. She has a lot of minutes. She came off the bench. Lane Tech comes up with a loose ball. Cynthia Waller get credit for that rebound.
She's going to go.
So that's going to be it for today for Nora Leedstrom. She tried to block Cynthia Waller, went to the floor hard. So that's her 5th foul, but she had a really good game. How many points did she have?
9.
9 points for her. Looked like she got seriously injured in the second quarter. Fortunately, she got up, came in, and then after halftime, DePaul had a strategy of trying to get her the ball inside, and they did a great job.
Yeah, she scored 5 in the second half.
Yeah. Waller off the front rim. And then a beautiful move just here for her last 2 points, went up and under against the defender. 1:58 left in the game. Lane Tech now trails by, Cynthia Waller in the lane a little bit early. She has to wait for that to hit the rim. Galloway now in the game to bring it up. Over to Wood, pass down to Collins. Back out to Walker George. Wood with the 3-pointer. Waller using her length to pull in that rebound.
Nice.
Gets all the way to the rim. Wood drives in. Nice pass to Collins off of her. Kozlowski in the game now for DePaul. Walker George with the ball. Over to Galloway. Lane Tech chasing everything. Oops, sorry, folks. Wood in the corner. You get Logan Kane with the body. 1:16 left in the game. Lane Tech trails by 12. Malaya Wood getting to shoot 2 in the double bonus. First one a little bit long off the back iron. In for Lane Tech, sorry Genevieve, is Genevieve Pearl, number 20. Second one is good.
Nice move there.
Blanco gets to the rim just a little strong. Collins pulled down the rebound. 1:05 left in the game. Walker George is going to walk it up. Lane Tech still pressing, trapping out at the top. Walker George has the ball down in the corner to Galloway. Little ticky-tack foul from Logan Kane. Sorry, 50 seconds left in the game. Galloway just has to be the player of the game, I think, for DePaul.
Yes, I would agree.
Walker George had a couple really nice baskets in the first half, but Galloway has been the heart and soul of this team today. Down into Waller.
Nice recovery.
She has such good feet, such nice footwork when she gets in there, doesn't rush those layups.
8 this quarter by Waller.
34 seconds.
Stop. Keenan, that's 4 on her. Oh, that was her 5th. Oh, I forgot the T, yeah. Well, Marissa won't feel as bad since she's not the only one. Or maybe she would want to be the only one who fouled out.
Samantha Garcia into the game. I think after that first quarter, I'm surprised there's not more. Malaya Wood on the free throw line. First one's good. So that's 50. 31.1 seconds left in the game. Second one is good.
7 for Wood today.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Blanco with the 15-footer off the back of the rim. Garcia's glasses go flying again.
Waller with the soft touch.
Great job by Samantha. We might have to get her a strap.
I think we'll chip in. But Waller with the soft touch again. She just swish, swish, swish.
Oops. Sorry. All right, we'll just count it down. There's 11 seconds. Wood in the front court, 8 seconds. So Lane Tech down by 13, 6.6 seconds left in the game. Wood hits another free throw. We await the second. Blanco with a deep 3 off the side of the rim, and that is the ball game. So if it weren't for a couple of late free throws, a couple of late fouls, we would have held this team under 50 points. They're averaging 66 their last 3 games. So I think your defense, if you're Lane Tech, is exactly where you wanted. You played really well.
Yeah, once again, they
27 in the first half, 26 in the second half. The defense is really solid. You've seen it grow since that Thanksgiving tournament. You saw it probably at its best it's been all season against Latin. What can we do about the offense? What has to be done?
They need to. They had the success when they started driving more in the second half, dumping it into Waller. Just quicker passes, little screens and cuts.
Yeah, so Lincoln Park is not going to be half as tough as this DePaul team was. So you can hopefully get some rhythm back. Get back to where you were on Thursday against Latin as you get ready for Northside. Final thoughts today? You want any scoring you want to share? With us?
Sure. I'll share that. Top score was Cynthia Waller with 12. Right behind her, Melanie Blanco with 10. Lamperis 5, Rector 2, Kane 5, Garcia 2, and Downs with 4. And the overall leading score was, I believe, Galloway with 14.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah. She played. Casey. DePaul played a really good game, but Casey Galloway and London Walker George both had really good games, and you can see where they're going to have an opportunity to go far in the 2A playoffs.
Yeah, so. but Lane, they just the defense is very solid. They just you play a tougher. This was obviously a much higher caliber defense.
Right. It's the toughest defense we've seen since Lions.
Yeah.
So. And in the second half, I think they played a lot better. The second and fourth quarters, they played really well. Much better on offense. They just struggled to score. In the first and third quarters.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts?
No, we'll be back Tuesday night, Lincoln Park.
Tuesday night at home. JV
sound will work, I hope.
Yeah, JV. All right. JV at 5:00. Varsity at 6:30 against the Lions. For all the great folks at Lincoln Tech High School, for head coach Megan Malloy, principal Miss Edwina Thompson, and athletic director Brent Badish, huge thanks to my partner Chuck Yulee. This is Tony McHale from the greatest city in the world, wishing everyone a happy holidays. Good afternoon, everyone.